Hidden treasures of America's past lie in the palm of your hand. Discover the untold story behind rare coins that hold the legacy of presidents, patriots, and history itself. The George Washington presidential dollar coin stands as the very first release in the United States presidential $1 coin program, which began in the year 2007, and this coin holds a special place in American numismatic history because it honors George Washington, the first president of the United States who served from 1789 to 1797, and this coin was not simply minted as a piece of currency, but also as a commemorative artifact celebrating the leadership of the man often called the father of his country. George Washington was born in 1732 in Westmoreland County, Virginia, and his legacy as a military commander, a founding father, and the very first president is unmatched in American history. And the coin reflects this significance in both design and symbolism. The obverse side of the George Washington presidential dollar coin features a portrait of George Washington designed by sculptor Joseph Mena. His likeness is depicted with dignity and strength, representing his role as the leader who guided the nation during its earliest and most fragile years. The inscriptions on the obverse include George Washington, the dates 1789 to 1797, marking the span of his presidency, and the designation as the first president of the United States. The edge of the coin is inscribed with, "In God we trust e pluribus unum," and the year of minting, which is one of the unique aspects of the presidential dollar series. Unlike most modern coins where inscriptions are found on the obverse or reverse, the presidential dollars carry lettering on the edge, giving them a distinctive historical feel. The reverse of the coin showcases a powerful image of the Statue of Liberty, designed by Don Everhart. This image symbolizes the enduring spirit of freedom and democracy that Washington helped to secure. The inscriptions on the reverse include United States of America and the denomination of $1. The coin itself is minted in a golden color. Although it does not contain actual gold, it is made from a composition of copper with a manganese brass cladding that gives it the golden hue, making it stand out from traditional circulating coins. The release of the George Washington presidential dollar coin in 2007 marked the beginning of an ambitious program by the United States Mint that sought to honor each deceased American president by issuing coins in the order of their presidencies. 4 coins were released each year, beginning with George Washington, followed by John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, and James Madison. In the first year, the excitement around the program was immense. Collectors lined up to obtain these coins, and banks distributed them to the public as part of an effort to encourage their circulation. However, despite the initial excitement, the coins faced challenges as they were not widely used in everyday commerce. Many Americans preferred paper currency over dollar coins. Still, the George Washington presidential dollar coin remains a fascinating piece for collectors and historians because it represents the merging of art history and national identity. The coin connects the story of George Washington, the man who led the Continental Army to victory over Britain during the American Revolution, who presided over the Constitutional Convention of 1787, and who became unanimously elected as the nation's first president, with the modern practice of honoring leaders through numismatic art. Washington himself was reluctant to assume power. He famously rejected the idea of monarchy and set the precedent of serving only 2 terms, a decision that influenced American political tradition for centuries. His leadership was marked by challenges such as establishing the new federal government, creating the first cabinet departments, handling relations with Britain, France, and Native American nations, and suppressing the Whiskey Rebellion, all of which tested the durability of the fledgling United States. Yet Washington's steady hand ensured that the young nation survived and grew, and it is this legacy that the presidential dollar coin seeks to immortalize. When studying the George Washington presidential dollar coin, one can also explore the technical aspects of its minting. The coin has a diameter of 26.5 millimeters, a thickness of 2 millimeters, and a weight of 8.1 grams. Its edge Denver mints and collectors can identify mint marks accordingly. Proofs were also struck at the San Francisco Mint for collectors, and these proof coins feature sharper details and mirror-like surfaces, making them highly desirable for numismatic collections. The George Washington coin is not just a piece of modern currency, but also a bridge to understanding how the United States chooses to honor its leaders and how Washington's image has been preserved through art coins, statues, and monuments, from the Washington Monument in the nation's capital to his portrait on the $1 bill and the $quarter-dollar coin. His presence in American culture is unmatched, and the presidential dollar adds yet another layer to this long tradition. Collectors often seek out coins with specific characteristics such as errors or varieties, and the George Washington presidential dollar has a notable example known as the missing edge lettering error, where coins were released without the inscriptions on the edge. These error coins generated significant buzz in the coin collecting community, and some were sold for much higher prices than face value depending on condition and rarity. The educational value of the George Washington presidential dollar coin is also immense. Schools, museums, and historians use it to teach about Washington's presidency, his character, his achievements, and the values he represented, such as leadership, integrity, and service to country. The coin acts as a portable piece of history that can spark conversations and inspire interest in the founding era of the United States. The presidential $1 coin program continued through the years until it concluded in 2016, but it was the George Washington coin that began the series, setting the tone for all others that followed, and its impact remains strong today, both as a collectible and as a reminder of the man who laid the foundation for the American Republic.